don't want to see a lot of Caymanians out of work, obviously. So we're doing our best to provide, gateways and platforms for those people to get higher learning, maybe through UCCI, some training that they may need in order to move from, say, tourism jobs to other positions that are becoming available.
Now, are you allowed to tell us some of the responses you've been getting? I mean, because I think that's a very important survey that you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. Some of the responses, at the end of the day, they'll see some industries like financial services that won't be affected as much as say the tourism sector. We're seeing some positions that now are being, I guess, they're remote now. I mean, people can work. Look at us now; we're remote right now through your station, right?
Right.
And so that's a new way that businesses are connecting not only with their staff but with their customers as well. So we're seeing some of that shift happening, even the real estate sector, where you can show people real estate properties virtually these days. And there's just a whole shift, really, in some industries to embrace this online connectivity. But there's always some positions, the blue collar jobs that you'll always need somebody physically at the location. So what we're trying to do through the survey, we're seeing, members are saying, yes, we're going to see some changes. And then some members are saying, well, no, not for us, business as usual, but we may need employees in these areas. So what we're trying to do is give that information to UCCI so they can develop programs that we can shift the people into these positions when they become available.
Okay, so the information is going to be used by UCCI to, I guess, cater to the need that they see most.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because as you know, UCCI offers a broad range of educational opportunities, from technical vocational education and training to continuing education to degree programs all the way up through graduate. We know that in any sort of market that's changing rapidly, and this one is fairly unprecedented, that people tend to return to school to acquire new skills, so reskill or to upskill. We realize that there are many people whose jobs may have disappeared, but they may have transferable skills, or there are certain soft skills and technical skills that they can learn that would allow them to more easily transition from one responsibility to another. It's really important to us to make sure that the education that we're offering at all times is relevant to our citizenry and to support our economy. But even more so, the university has a very important role to play in economic recovery and stimulus that moves people forward.
That sounds awesome. So this is also catering to, I guess, as you said, people who may have lost their jobs, or is the survey just strictly for employers?
It's for employers to begin with. Obviously, they're the job creators in our community. So it's important to understand the trends that they're seeing in the workplace. But I actually would encourage people who have been displaced and maybe out of work to really register with work so that you can be listed as somebody who's unemployed and looking for work. So they can actually have you. You can apply for different positions that may become available on that site. Yesterday, we had a fantastic webinar with work trying to get people to register as an employer, because as you know, all employers are now required to put their job opportunities on the work website. So if you're unemployed right now, I would encourage you to register with work so that we get a true sense as to the impact. And then also really connect with UCCI, understand what programs they have. And I feel that this is a great opportunity for Caymanians to upskill and to get different training. There'll be programs put in place probably in the next few months where there could be even stipends and work experience, internships. All these types of things are going to be developed in the months ahead to help Caymanians who may be displaced at this time.
Now, the last time we spoke, Dr. Mcafee, I know you guys were putting a lot of stuff online. And I think you guys are fully online. So this will be
Correct.
another avenue or course that will be online.
Yeah, so thank you for remembering. Everything that we're doing right now is available through remote learning, which is really a unique opportunity. So wherever you're at, you can learn from the convenience of your home. So there aren't as many barriers as there might be for people that have set work schedules and it's hard to get to the campus at a certain time. What we're doing is, with the assistance of the chamber, we're trying to assess where the needs are and make sure we're responsive to that. We're also saying that we want to continue to provide work-based learning experiences for everyone that studies at UCCI, because we believe that's one of the surest ways to provide evidence that you're a great person to hire and that you have not only the academic understanding you gained in the classroom, but you've been able to demonstrate that you can apply it in a work situation. So one of the questions on the survey is to assess whether or not employers are willing to take on students as interns in a cooperative learning arrangement, because we want to try to build that opportunity. And we think that's also very valuable for employers right now as they're retooling and rethinking about their future workforce needs. A talented student provides an opportunity to think differently and to assist in this period of time. So we're excited that, we're not sure exactly what will happen in the fall semester, whether we'll have the opportunity to return to opening our campus. But what we do know is that likely that at least some of our offerings will continue to be either offered partially online and on campus, and some may continue to be fully online, and others, once the campus is able to safely reopen, will also be available there. So as we do our planning, it's really important for us to know what people need and what employers need from us right now.
Mr. Pineau, is that an avenue you see as well? Or is that, before the survey, is that something where you were telling more companies to like put a lot of stuff online or delivery or curbside, or?
I'm sorry, you're talking about the internships and job?
No, just separately, because obviously you are the Chamber of Commerce. Are you also giving that advice before the survey? Obviously for your business to survive nowadays, it seems like you have to have some avenue of online or delivery service.
Yeah, well, the survey itself, I think I'm not sure if I understand. I think I understand the question. It's more along the lines of, we get feedback from our members regularly. I mean, on virtually every topic. I mean, we just released another survey, as you probably saw, the economic impact assessment, which we released to kind of give you a sense as to the true impact of the crisis in our community. And so, again, as this crisis continues, we're going to have that regular conversation. I think UCCI will benefit for the next phase of this, which is we're going to try to arrange kind of focus groups so that every industry sector kind of gives them the true picture of what they're facing on the ground. I mean, I'm small businesses are at the heart of this society, and I'm particularly concerned about their future and making sure that they get the support they need. And that actually includes the staff that they hire, and then making sure that they have access to good staff that can keep their businesses going. And like I said, we have to be really inventive over the next 3 months, I think, to kind of make sure that Caymanians can actually continue to work and move into opportunities. And we have to make sure that they get the support they need to keep their jobs and even to discover different opportunities.
Now, if I'm a member or any members are listening of the Chamber of Commerce and we didn't see the email, is there a place to go and fill the survey out?
For businesses, we're actually giving it to other associations as well. So just send an email to the chamber. My email address, Wil with 1L.Pineau, Pineau @caymanchamber.ky. You can also just go to our website and find it there, or find my email address there. And I really welcome any employer that wants to complete it and participate. Because like I said, it doesn't matter whether you're a chamber member or not. We're all in this together, and we have to make sure that our society is it's stronger as a result of the crisis, and we work together to develop strategies to help everyone.
I
Yeah.
think this collaboration is amazing, and good job on you both. Anything else you want to add?
I just think that what I would say, when we were here last time, we were talking about the fact that it was time to get back to school, whether it was for a course or a workshop. What UCCI can do and is committed to doing, let's talk about it from a number of different levels. First of all, I will reinforce and thank Wil for putting out the fact that after the survey closes, we plan to conduct focus groups with different industry sectors. So we truly understand how their needs may be the same or different from other sectors. If you're an employer, many employers don't know that one thing that UCCI does is come in and offer customized training for your employees. So there may be something that has changed in your business model that necessitates a new skill or characteristic of working that you may need some additional training in. So we're always open to going to employers to do that. I think the other thing is that fall semester at UCCI will start at the end of August. I was surprised when somebody told me today it was June, even though we're a couple days into June,
Yes.
which means now is the time to get started thinking about and exploring opportunities. I'll put an extra push out to those of you who started at UCCI or somewhere else and never finished your program. There's a lot of people in the world like that went and earned some credits but didn't finish a degree or a credential. This is the time when it's so important. What we know about the market forces tells us that people that have a credential it's valued by industry are more likely to be employed and to stay employed. So I would just ask you to take the time to reach out to UCCI and talk with someone about where you're at on that journey and what is the best next step for you to ensure that you're aligned. And the good news is because of chamber members, we'll have a great sense of what their perception is of what's going to happen with hiring in the short term and the medium term. So that'll allow us to guide people in an admissions process even more fully than we might have been able to in the past. So look for us to continue to roll out new opportunities for students, but also to be really insistent that we feel it's critically important for you to stay in school and finish what you're doing right now, and also to get back to school if you've paused for some reason. Many people have more time than they did. And so we want to work hard to find resources for people to do that from both the private sector and government. And we look forward to having partnerships that allow us to get people on track again.
I agree. I do remember after our last interview, I did tell a couple of my friends and some other people saying now is the time to learn and better yourself. As you said, learn a new skill or get better at what you are doing. And one of them said there, I don't know where everyone's finding this time from. And I said, if you don't have extra time now, then you will never have time. Again, thank you guys so much. Anything else you want to add, Wil?
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to add is say thanks to UCCI and Dr. Mcafee. I mean, the reality is she did approach us, and I think that's a start. You know, in Cayman, we sometimes live in silos, and the reality is we got to really work together during this crisis. And people have to understand the true magnitude when you have thousands of people getting assistance from government, and also feeling a bit disheartened by what has just really happened. I've likened it to, you know, a prize fighter getting hit in the midsection with a punch, because in the beginning of this year we were really doing well as an economy.
Right.
You know, construction was at an all-time high. we had tourism was looking fantastic. We were talking about some infrastructure issues that we needed to address. And now look at us. I mean, we were once always very concerned about traffic. Now, I mean, it's a different environment, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
And so the other different environment is, in the earlier part of this year, I mean, Cayman was doing really well. We did have some unemployment among Caymanians, but it wasn't at the levels that we're now seeing. So again, I think I joined with Dr. McAfee to say, don't squander this opportunity. If you want to really go to UCCI or get some extra training or learning, there will be sources of funding out there ultimately as part of this. I know different things are being considered right now. And the thing that we want to do is ensure that Caymanians are upskilled to take those opportunities. I mean, and that's the key, right? Because, while we bring in guest workers to fill jobs at a high number in Cayman, we always are looking to ensure that our local workforce have the skills they need so that they're the first ones to get those opportunities.
Right.
So again, I can't underscore the importance of ensuring that as a Caymanian, you try to get those opportunities as much as possible. And finally, tomorrow we have, actually on Friday, we have a webinar. We've been hosting a series of free webinars for anyone really, from businesses to anybody in the community, and it's about transitioning your business into e-commerce. Because during this time, a lot of businesses, again, it's almost like getting a sucker punch, where suddenly you had business and now you don't have any. Right. So for small business in particular, this is the perfect time for you to evaluate whether you can transition your business online. And what does that look like? And like I said, with UCCI, even the types of courses they provide, they're doing a lot of it online now. So you have to hone your skills a little bit, understand the different software systems, networks, and again, hopefully, as an entrepreneur, you can actually even create a business online that you can earn some revenue for. So encourage anybody who wants to attend that free webinar, go to the Chamber website, caymanchamber.ky. It's on Friday. It's from 10 a.m. to noon. And we have somebody from Cayman Gateway that'll be kind of sharing what their online platform has to offer in terms of the payment side.
Well, it's a really good point that Wil makes. I can tell you, having moved here from the United States, there were so many individuals that were involved in what was referred to as the gig economy that had various different part-time jobs based upon certain competencies or skill sets that they had, whether it's editing or photography or web development. I can tell you my son has a full-time job, but he also does web development on the side. So picking up another skill also creates certainty for you in a market where you may just even experience reduced hours for a period of time. So, think about maybe something that you've always been passionate about trying, but realized you never really had the time to do because you were busy working full time. And is that a way for you to begin to get started and to position you and your family for even greater success in the future?
Well said. Well said. Again, thank you guys. I think it's super important. And Mr. Pineau, so do you think, in your estimation, in 3 months, you said we should know how bad how bad the economy or how many jobs were lost, etc. About 3 months, we'll know?
Well, again, I think we have to look at it with the premier during the press briefing has said that we're not opening the commercial airport until probably the first week of September. Mm-hmm. So just think about that, right? So they're not going to have visitors into the country. So basically, tourism is at a standstill until the end of August, right? Mm-hmm. And so that alone, a lot of businesses interact with tourism. So, that's going to be a like we're trying to get them transitioned into these different opportunities for them so that they can find work or upskill during that period. So, again, I think we have to understand that construction is going to probably carry us, as financial services and construction is going to carry us through this period, right? And then as we open up the economy, you'll have some services that are provided, your standard services, the gardeners, the plumbers, all those different types of interior. You have some local retail, obviously. But again, without having the tourism, the visitors coming in, it restricts your economy quite a bit. We earn our income by services we provide, tourism, and fees. So when you have one of the major components of your economy on pause, it really does, have a true impact. So hopefully, again, as the world recovers, it's not only Cayman, because we have to make sure our visitors from the United States and other places feel comfortable coming back. So it's going to be like I said to somebody yesterday, it's almost like your car, right? You can't just turn your car engine on without oil being in the engine, because it's going to seize up and you're going to have problems. So right now, we need to put oil in that engine, which is getting everyone feeling comfortable again, traveling, putting safety measures in place, and then hopefully we can start coming back to some normalcy. But it's going to take several weeks, if not months, to get back to anywhere where we were prior to the crisis.
Right. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Again, you have a survey for employers, and I guess that information will then be used to see how you can get better classes or a tailored class over at UCCI so you can upskill, get a better job, or just learn another skill. Because they say diversify your income stream, right? So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You do the same, and to your listeners as well. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it, star 927. We will put this up on our Instagram as well and our YouTube. Don't move.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.